Hello everyone, and welcome to a special edition of Heroes of Might and Magic 3. This is a special evil edition, because we're going to play Inferno, and we're going to be evil. Now it's your guess, well, I was going to say it's your guess as good as mine as to how long I can keep that voice up, but apparently I already lost it. We're going to be slightly, maybe evilish in a cartoony sense, probably. But yeah, we are going to try and play the Inferno campaign, so those are the bad guys. Let's go, new game, campaign, Restoration of Erathia, which is the campaign we're currently playing. And the scenario pack I want to start today is Dungeons and Devils. Now, I have no idea if this is going to switch between Dungeon Town and Inferno, but I know we start with Inferno, which are the devils, if you will, and we are going to be playing those to start. Now, I'm a bit confused because it doesn't show the check mark next to Long Live the Queen for completing the campaign, which means I should be loading my save? Question mark? Let's see, end of scenario 3. That's the one that I need, right? I think. Yeah, okay. So I need to load my save up in order for my progress to count. Okay, so we're gonna start Dungeons and Devils today. I have my trusty glass of Pepsi again, and anything that I put below it is going to stick to it and probably make a noise when it drops onto the floor. Now with 50% extra ice cubes. I say 50% extra, but in actuality the glass is literally 50% ice cubes. Give me a moment, please. Good stuff. Sadly, it's probably not going to stay chilled for the whole 2 or 3 hours that I'm going to spend recording this, which is going to lead to me getting grumpier and grumpier the farther we go along. But without further ado, let's get started with the actual game. Dungeons and Devils. Okay, why are those 2 maps flashing? Do I get to choose? Ooh, I get to choose? I wonder. Oh, looky, we have... So this is... First of all, Dungeons and Devils, the campaign description is: Erathian history has never recorded the fall of Stedwick to her enemies. Today we start a glorious campaign to forever change this fact. No longer will we allow Erathia to hamper our religious and economic ways of life. We have the element of surprise. We will soon have victory as well. The Inferno scenario we have is a Devilish Plan. To win, you must find and kill the Gold Dragon Queen. Your heroes will be limited to 12th level in this scenario, but your 8 strongest heroes will be available to you in the final scenario of this campaign. I see, so only in the final scenario. And the dungeon variant is Groundbreaking. To win, you must capture all enemy towns and castles and defeat all enemy heroes. Your heroes will be limited to 12th level in this scenario, but your 8 strongest heroes will be available to you in the final scenario of this campaign. Now, like I was saying at the start, I really want to play some Inferno. Dungeon is kinda funky for me, I never got into it. So we're not gonna be doing that first. I don't know if this is a permanent choice or if it's simply a choice as to the order. Let's see what the right-click text is. For a Devillish Plan it says, before Erathia has a chance to call upon the elves of Avli for assistance, we have decided to strike at the heart of Avli's strength, the Gold Dragon Queen. By eliminating the elves' strongest ally, they will be unable to lend aid to Erathia. It's a pretty smart plan. The gold dragons being the upgraded level 7 creatures for Elven towns. I forget what they're called exactly. And for groundbreaking, we have our forces will cover most of the distance to the Erathian capital by using underground tunnels. To maintain the element of surprise, you must attack any Erathian settlement you find. Use the vast network of caves in this area to accomplish this goal. So we're gonna do a Devillish Plan first. And yeah, because I want to play with Inferno, that's straight up the best choice for me right now. We can either start with a Scroll of Slayer, start with Armor of Wonder, which I looked into and it gives you +1 to every skill, every major skill or attribute if you will, or 100 imps. The armor would be a better investment, I would say. But really early on, you can actually make 100 imps hit pretty hard. The only problem with 100 imps, as opposed to familiars, which are actually pretty fast, is that imps are kinda sluggish. I don't remember what their exact speed is. They're kinda sluggish for level 1. Well, they're on par with other level 1 creatures. Familiars are faster, on the faster end of level 1 creatures. So, do I really want 100 imps, Armor of Wonder, or 100 imps? Now, I really want to try the spellcasting approach for devils. So, I think I could really benefit more from +1 spell power and +1 knowledge early on. So we're gonna try using the Armor of Wonder. Okay, and now we're gonna have cinematics, so I'm going to shut up for once.
A large elfish population inhabits Erathia's southeastern coast. Green and gold dragons native to the region augment their military strength. Before we conquer this region and detour our forces to Stedwick, we must annihilate these dragons. Our Cregan allies from Eothel requested the honor of this mission. The Creegans are fierce warriors. They will enjoy the slaughter.
Our underlings have done well. They have managed to raise a volcano and erect a fort in a sparsely populated forest just outside of Erathia's border. While the dungeon overlords make their way underground toward the Erathian capital, you must strike at their allies, the elves of Avlee. I see. And... oh, okay, more. The Gold Dragon Queen is a powerful ally of Avlee. You must find her lair and see to her demise, as this will greatly weaken the elves and make them less of a threat to our plans to destroy Erathia. Go now and make us proud. Okay, we actually got lucky. We get a random hero and we got Octavia, which is a hero I would have wanted to get anyway because of her specialty. I also wanted a scholar hero, so that's doubly awesome. But I want to get Zydar. And for this time, we are going to stick exclusively to Inferno heroes. I don't really understand how... if you take a look here, it says your heroes will be limited to 12th level in this scenario, but your 8 strongest heroes will be available to you in the final scenario of this campaign. I don't actually get what this means. Do they mean 8 from each of these choices? Or 8 strongest in total? Because there is a limit to 8 active heroes at the same time. So unless they want to start garrisoning, I guess it's 8 total? I don't know, I guess we'll have to find out the hard way. Anyway, what I was saying is that I really want to try Zydar, which is the sorcery expert for Inferno. So let's click through here, it should be faster. And I'm gonna stick to Inferno heroes only, so that when we have the import of heroes at the end, we can have a nice large clump of starter creatures to work with from one specific town, and not have those morale penalties that we were having with Castle last time. Let's see... oh, there we are. Zydar. Level 1 Heretic. Specialty Sorcery. Yeah, that's the one we want, because he will be hitting really hard with damage spells. And I want to try that out. It should work well in scenarios like this, where you can export heroes. You already have a hero in this town. Oh, okay, we will garrison her. Skip to Zydar again. And oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, there we go. Rashka. This guy isn't a slouch either. I mean, he has a specialty in Efreet. And those are the level 6 creatures for Inferno, which are really, really good actually. Let's actually read their flavor text. I forgot to read flavor text for heroes last time in the later scenarios. Rashka is one of the strongest and most feared of all Efreet. His leadership methods focus on intimidation as a method of motivation. So far it has worked. So he is thoroughly evil. I need to work on that laugh. Okay, so you can actually go and... Your scouts report that the immediate area is rich in resources, and that to the south there is a shaman who is familiar with the area and might be willing to help us. I see. So we're gonna use this guy for scouting and resource gathering. I think I'm gonna send him around, see what's there. Next we have Zydar. Okay, but we want to queue up another good hero, just in case we want to keep recruiting. And I think I want to keep recruiting at least until I have 4 active heroes in this particular scenario. So who else is good for Inferno? We have Fiona, she's kind of... Marius, I really don't get this. This portrait is kind of feminine, but Marius is a man's name? I really never got this. Ignatius, specialty imps. I know that this guy, if you recruit him in the first lineup, so if you either get him randomly or if you get him in the first 2 choices for a week, he has a lot of imps. So if we want a lot of imps in the last scenario, we can recruit this guy. But I don't really want a lot of imps. Oh yeah, this guy. Kalch has a specialty in Gogs. These are the only ranged creatures for Inferno. And I think if he were an initial choice, he would have lots of Gogs. And we want that for the end scenario. We want a lot of ranged creatures to start with. So we're gonna recruit Zydar. We're gonna give him all of the things. Oh, I always forget that it auto splits. And then we're gonna send Zydar on a little bit of scouting this way, so we can actually get advanced wisdom. Okay. Of Dispassion. Wearing this item renders your units immune to the Berserk spell. Okay. What is Zydar's story? Oh, I love his skill spread. Attack skill 2, power skill 2. Yeah, he's really good like that. When Zydar isn't in the field leading troops, he is studying new ways to increase the potency of his spells. While not the greatest of mages, he certainly shows more promise than any of his demon kin. Actually, he is one of the greatest of mages, if you train him up, obviously, because of the sorcery specialty. And he starts with wisdom, so we're gonna focus a lot on spells with him. I'm probably gonna have all 4 individual spell specialties. Even though I don't really favor fire, I'm going to be experimenting with fire a little bit while I'm playing with Zydar. Hopefully we'll have that chance by the end of this campaign, and I'm probably gonna get tactics and offense in the other slots. So I have tactics because, like I was explaining, it gives you the best shot of bringing your units to bear in the initial phase of the battle, so gives you the best shot that you can be the one that attacks first, and that means a lot, especially in really big battles, not like the ones I had in the last scenario pack, but in really big battles, like I used to play with my friend on Hot Seat. And offense, because Inferno will have mostly melee units, except the Gogs and Magogs, which are good, but if you don't have the slots for archery, well, it's no biggie. And I want to maximize the damage I get from those. I would replace fire magic with archery, but I want to experiment with fire magic right now. It's probably not going to be a big deal. No need to min-max overly much. I say as I talk a lot about my choices. Ooh, lots of halberdiers, and I forgot to recruit. Okay, so I was saying I want at least 4 heroes, but we're gonna queue up another Inferno hero just in case. Someone random, probably. Specialty Pit Fiends. Ballista, we hate Ballista because of that blind incident. Specialty Intelligence. This guy has a lot of mana, apparently. Xiron. Basic Wisdom and Scholar. He can be our backup scholar, so we'll queue him up. Okay. I'm gonna send this guy to do some more scouting. Okay. Let's see. And I'm gonna recruit. Okay. And then I'm gonna send her over with the units to boost Zydar. Oh, and I forgot to give him the artifact, which would have been a freaking disaster if I forgot that. Okay, everyone in the middle. Okay. It's kind of funny though that she's a demoniac, so she's a melee knight hero. She has Scholar, but she doesn't start with a spellbook, which is just silly. Yeah, I'm gonna visit this. Advanced Offense. I was hoping for maybe Wisdom for her. And let's build something. So we want City Hall first of all. Mage Guild level 1 Marketplace and Blacksmith. Blacksmith gives us ammo cuts. We don't really need those right now. Mage Guild level 1 would have been a very good choice, which I forgot again. We're gonna start with this because we are going to need it later or soonish. What does he have to begin with? Just stone skin. That kinda sucks. Well, let's end the turn for now and go scouting some more. How far can we get without getting slaughtered? Okay. About there-ish. About there-ish for there. And we're gonna go down as well. Okay, not much to see here right now. Campfire. What do we want to build next? We want to build a marketplace, why not? Okay, and we are going to take our first battle with Zydar. And I say that, you know, I promised I wouldn't save scum, but if we get totally wiped out, not for little tiny mistakes, if we get totally wiped out, I'm going to load the save. So let's see how we do against these halberdiers. Hopefully good, because we have a lot of ranged creatures. We have a lot of imps. The creatures are swayed by your diplomatic tongue and make you an offer. All 29 of the halberdiers will join your army for the sum of 2,175 gold. Do you accept? 29 of the halberdiers. You know, I wouldn't normally like this, because I want to keep my units from the same town to avoid what happened last time. But 29 tier 2 level 1 units for not that much gold right now. Okay, we're gonna do it. Let's see. So, how's the morale? Current morale modifier is none. Okay. So, only one extra faction apparently doesn't affect things. The caretaker of the Keymaster's tent seems happy to see you. Ah, finally someone worthy, he says. I shall send word immediately to the border, blah 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 blah. Yeah. And the rest is probably YouTube history only, because I can't read that fast. Ooh, Expert Wisdom or Basic Fire Magic. Now we would like Expert Wisdom, but like I said, I really want to get the basics locked in, so Basic Fire Magic first. Okay, get some more wood. I also like the fact that we are not red anymore, we are apparently teal, and that changes the color of the entire UI, which is kind of fun. Red would have fit devils, but that would have been maybe too much red. Oh, I should really visit the magic well with Zydar. Ooh, Boots of Speed. That's actually a really good artifact. Let's see, Zydar. You enter a rickety hut and talk to the magician who lives there. He tells you of places near and far which may aid you in your journeys. Okay. You know where one enemy town is. I want to grab the ore pit first, because we're actually going to need that to build stuff. Oh, there's another town there, which I don't know what to do with right now. I'm going to stick Cal in the garrison, I think. Or, well, let's take everyone to the obelisk first, so they learn another level. Build something here. Blacksmith. Thankfully we started with a lot of resources, which is good. Let's see what Cal learns. Then start chilling whatever. Stick him in the garrison, at least until our little lady comes back. And we're gonna build a city hall while we're at it, and we're gonna teach this guy something. Advanced Wisdom. I think he's our backup scholar, right? Good. That is progressing nicely. And we're gonna park him about halfway-ish. We're gonna check that later. Actually, we can bring him forward, and we're gonna send her back so that she mines the fort instead of Cal. Yeah, we can do that. Zydar, in the meantime, let's fight these. The creatures are swayed by your diplomatic tongue and make you an offer. Another batch of them. All 40 of the skeletons will join your army for a sum of 240 gold. Do you accept? 2,400 gold. 2,400. We're gonna have negative morale with that, but I kind of need the starting strength. Let's see, do we have... They don't have morale because they are undead. Troops have 3 alignments and undead in group. Oh, undead in group give you another -1. Shit. I might have to pass those off. And by the way, after scouring the area, you fall upon a hidden treasure cache. You may take the gold or distribute it to the peasants for experience. Which do you choose? We will distribute it to the peasants for experience, but it's actually all part of our evil plan. The extra cash will temporarily lead them into a false sense of economic security. But when the cash runs out, they will go to our banks and take out mortgage loans, which will then fail and lead to us taking possession of their homes. No, actually, that is really, really evil. Really evil. And probably the last evil thing I'm going to do for the entire scenario. Because it's too evil. But, okay. That's the basic theory. Advanced sorcery. Yes, please. I don't actually want to tackle ranged units yet. Let's see. Oh, I can just run in. That's interesting. I guess it's the advantage of a surprise attack, which this allegedly is. Okay, we are going to move this guy. Move her back into the town. Did she visit that? Yes, she did. We're gonna garrison her. And what can we use? We really want the Fire Lake really fast because Ifrit are fast creatures, they're really strong and they're really, really useful for a lot cheaper than Devils. So we want Demon Gate, Hellhole, Fire Lake for those. I guess we're going to skip the kennels for now. So let's get the Demon Gate. Okay. We could recruit now, but whatever. I'm gonna park him here-ish. And I'm gonna take him scouting with Zydar, so we have a backup scout. Well, yeah, backup in the sense that Zydar can go one way and this guy can scout the other way to see if there's anything interesting. Let's see, so nothing especially noteworthy here. I could recruit stuff, but I don't really wanna. Nothing to be able to. No, can't build anything. Your kingdom receives 500 gold per day from this town. I guess we could get wood elves, an extra ranged unit, and I can park the undead here to guard. I think I'm going to get the wood elves because extra ranged units are good, especially to start. Okay, I wanna get that observatory. So let's see. The creatures are swayed by your diplomatic tongue and make you an offer. 28 halberdiers for 2,100. We're kinda running low on cash already, so no. Are awed by the power of your forces, begin to scatter. Now, since I'm an evil bastard this time around, yes, I want to pursue and engage them. And I'm going to kill them for EXP. Hopefully. They're probably going to slaughter me. Well, not slaughter as much as make me regret my decision. 5 and 6. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can't reach us unless they get a morale boost. Neither can my creatures reach them without a morale boost. So let's see, we are going to start wailing on the top group. Oh, that was painful. We're gonna start wailing on the top group, but we can start nibbling on these guys as well. Ooh, I know the upgraded version of Wood Elves shoot twice like marksmen, but apparently the unupgraded version doesn't. They're just fast. They're just fast. Nice. We're really softening them up. Okay, so I'm going to probably run the imps into this stack of 9. We have 2 life on these guys. We can easily finish them off with the 1 demon. Finish him off with the 1 demon. Let's see, we have 9. There's a chance that we can't kill them all, but we're going to take that chance. Okay, and dead. Good, 280 experience. Not the biggest catch, but well, it's something. Okay, so now we can see a lot of shit, and we really need to get that sawmill first of all. Sawmill? No, it's a sawmill. Okay, expert sorcery because artillery sucks.